My business is all about creating a French patisserie. It's a fusion with my heritage, which is Filipino. You could say unusual, but the idea is to give Newbury something very niche.
I think what you're doing is absolutely amazing.
I'm going to get married to you because you're a great chef.
So Colline, can I ask you a question then?
Of course,
would you marry it? Is it that good that you would marry that?
No, it's all right.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Kitchen Tales, where we bring in small businesses, talk about family life, lots of collaboration and lots of laughs and fun.
Yes, fun indeed.
How are you, Colline?
I'm doing okay.
Yes, nice to see you this week.
Too. It's been quite a busy weekend.
Yes. You had a pop-up, didn't you, last weekend?
Yes,
Last Saturday?
so I did. So we did a pop-up at this amazing farm shop. So it's a farm shop called Blue Tin. And what they have is a farm, and then they have a farm shop similar to Cobb's, but much more independent and smaller. But one of the unique things that they have is that they invite small local businesses to have pop-ups there on a Saturday afternoon. From breakfast, because they only open 9 till 3 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So for breakfast, they invite different pop-ups to come up. So Z and I actually did our first pop-up together.
Oh, good.
And my first pop-up in many, many years. And we provided a Southern African twist to a breakfast muffin. So you know McDonald's have their breakfast muffin. Mm-hmm. We did our own Southern African version. So it had Southern African sausage called bruvos. So we had bruvos and we did it as a patty. So it's like a burger. We did that. We put bacon, egg and cheese. It went down like a storm. It's a really, really busy farm shop. So many traders coming in and a lot of cyclists that are cycling near the area. Yeah. It's just fantastic. And we just want to do it again.
How many did you sell?
So close to 180.
Wow.
In
Great.
About 3 hours.
Amazing.
Yeah. So really, really good.
So you'll do it
and
again?
It just moves it 100%.
Yeah, that's good.
Definitely do it again. And yeah, check out Blue Tin if anyone is on Instagram and all that. They're a good small business to follow as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah. What
That's
did you
good.
get up to?
Well, I did a handover 90th birthday afternoon tea.
Oh, nice.
That went out the door on Saturday. And then I went to the market, to the Newbury Artisan Market.
Oh, lovely.
And I went to see it. Actually, our guest today is actually on. Oh. So I went to see House of Pinoy.
Oh.
Pronounced it right?
House of Pinoy.
Pinoy.
I'm sorry. House of Pinoy.
House
and
of
I went to see Chrissy. And Chrissy is our guest today. And I'd like to introduce Chrissy.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes.
Pleasure.
Hello.
How are you, Chrissy?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm great. I'm fab, actually.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, it was lovely to see you at the market on the Saturday. And Chrissy, you produced the most, well, you tell us what your business is all about.
Yeah, so my business is all about creating a French patisserie. And it's a fusion. It's a fusion with my heritage, which is Filipino. My mother is Filipino. And just working on Southeast Asian flavours. You know, in time I will introduce, different flavours. Flavours you might find a little bit, you could say unusual, strange, colour-wise as well. But the idea is to, give Newbury something very niche. Mm-hmm. I don't see it ever at the market, the items that I'm selling at the moment. You would find the flavours in London. Yeah. It's very up and coming now. Ube is a huge flavour. It's gone viral actually around the world.
What is ube for those that might not know?
Well, ube is a tuber at the end of the day. It's a tuber, it's a yam. And it's native to the Philippines. And why not introduce it? I grew up with this flavour. Yeah. I always had it. We have a thing called hayala, and you mix that with, you steam the tuber, so the purple yam, and you blend that up with condensed milk.
Yes,
it's absolutely stunning. It's lovely, and then you can incorporate that puree into ice creams. You can have it in cakes, creams, whatever you want, and why not? why not just have so much more fun with it and incorporate it in different ways?
The thing is, Newbury is or people in general are very used to having the same food all the time, whether it's, I don't know, it's a main course or a pudding or a patisserie or anything. Yeah. So actually, I think what you're doing is absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
I came to see Chrissy on Saturday and I bought some of her absolutely delicious patisseries. Can I just show you?
Of course, yes.
Well, one of them. Now, I'll just show you that. Now, look.
This looks stunning.
Look at that.
First of all, the packaging, because I've done markets and all that stuff. One of the things that's quite hard to get right or even find is packaging. I love your packaging.
It's wonderful. And
I really like your packaging.
Well.
And you got... This is really beautiful. So what is this, Chrissy, if you can tell us?
Yeah, so that there is a donut. Well, it's a donut. It's a cross between a donut and a cake.
Okay.
So if you would have bought it on the actual day, it would have been crispy on the outside.
Wow.
And soft and cakey on the inside. And then we've got a very traditional dessert, actually, in the Philippines. And the name is called leche flan. And so I've made a huge one and then just cut it out and then put that on top, and that taste of sampaguita, which is our national flour.
Wow.
So that's been infused of those flavours. And it's got sampaguita on top. And on the market day, it came with a pipette. And the pipette was actually filled with a syrup of flavoured of lychee and tea.
Yeah.
That's
so
amazing.
and it really does work, because if you get the pipette and then you squeeze it in different parts of the donut, that really comes through.
Yeah. So what I would say, so I bought one of these, and actually I bought two other of Chrissy's delicious patisseries. Is that pastries? Yes. And for example, this one, and when you taste it, the taste, you bite into it. And you get this one taste, and then you go a bit deeper, and all the flavours seem to enhance. So you're not trying something that it's just one taste. What I loved about it is the different flavours that takes you. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Amazing.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Thank you.
So how did you get to start making these amazing pastries? Because to give a bit of background to our listeners or people that are watching us, it's just such an amazing story, because just last week we had our friend Celine, and then we found out that you actually have a connection with Celine. Yes. So Celine was telling us about her coaching business, and we found out that you were one of the people that she was coaching. But tell us about how you actually started. We'd love to hear your journey and how you got into making these.
Yeah, so I started off my career, believe it or not. I actually started off in a you're gonna think this is odd. Well, I started off as my very first job was actually I started off in a nursing home, right?
Wow. Yeah.
And some one of the cooks was unwell, and they said, can you take over? I started from there, and at the weekends I was very, very young. I must have been about 17, 18, something like that. And then I thought, well, actually, I quite enjoy this. And then I wasn't so long into that. And then I thought, do you know what? I need to do something more serious, take this more seriously. And then I ventured off into working at Donington Valley Hotel. I was there for 4 years, eventually left. I worked for a guy... I worked for Duncan, and that was out in Henley-on-Thames. He's now very well known in Adelaide, in Australia. He's got, I think he's got 2 stars now.
Oh wow!
So
that's amazing.
And then from there, I had a bit of a break. Went for a bit of a tour in America for a bit, and then I came back to the country, and I worked for a company that is called Silversea. And that's on the ship.
Yeah.
So that was quite interesting. I went all over South America, and that was for 6 months. Wow. It was quite incredible.
That sounds like an amazing experience.
Yes.
I always thought, because there's many people that are on the ship, getting to feed that many people.
Yeah.
So were you working as a chef?
Yeah, I was working as a pastry chef on there.
How many chefs were there on a boat? Was it a big?
35.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
35, and I was the only girl.
No way.
Yeah, I was the only, and I had to be really on guard because, obviously being the only girl, men think that they can override you all the time.
Yeah.
But I've always been fiery.
Yeah.
If you ask anybody that knows me, they go, oh, Chrissy's quite fiery. She's down to earth, but she's got a bit of a bite to her.
Yeah.
So I can honestly say it's always been quite tough, the journey. So from Silversea, I then went on to the Lanesborough Hotel. Worked for a guy called Loic, and I worked there for about 13 months. And that was at the Lanesborough Hotel on Hyde Park Corner. And that was until, the hotel had actually closed down for a refurbishment. And I thought, what am I going to do now? Went on another break, went to the Philippines, just slept on it, for about 4 or 5 months, came back to the country. Then I worked for Glen Eagles up in Octorada in Scotland. And that is, I would say, one of the best hotels you can work in the country.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's so unique about it? What's different about it to all the others?
What's different? It's really, you really feel exclusive because when you work for the Stratton Hotel there, it's not Stratton Hotel, the Stratton restaurant, they still do. It's very old school. So the lamb they carve, the meats that they carve at the table.
Wow.
And they still, you have a selection of the dessert trolley. So you have creme brulee on there or whatever other pastries are on there, and then they cut that up to whatever portion you want at the table. They still do flambe.
Okay.
Crepes.
Right, yeah.
So I don't know any other restaurant in the country that's doing this, but I'm quite proud because I'm also half Scottish.
Okay.
So if my father was alive, he would have been so proud to have said, my daughter works in the best hotel, restaurant in Scotland. So I think if you want to work in the best place in Scotland, that is the place to be.
Yes, yeah.
So my relatives are very proud of me. And
great experience then for you.
Yeah, so I've had varied experience. Starting off as pretty much a pot washer making sandwiches to then going on to I did Michelin-star as well worked for Alan Williams on Bond Street in Mayfair, and I've had a really good career. Worked with some of the most amazing, most talented, most patient people. I've always been really careful on who I've gone to work for. I've been really selective on so how it works for me is every time I go work for someone, it's because they're offering different technical ability.
Okay.
They're offering different ways in how they present themselves on plate. Their leadership as well. You really, as a chef, I think you should have a flavour of different things. Hotels, Michelin, have a go at your own business eventually, and it's just so nice to have worked with so many fantastic people.
I think that's because I've not worked in restaurants or had that sort of experience. I think when we had our friend Nick, he got me to understand the concept that actually when you're looking for jobs, if you're a chef, you're not really following the restaurant, you're actually looking at the chef, because you're going to be working for that chef. So it's interesting that you're saying exactly the same thing, because so far you've actually mentioned the people you worked for rather than the name of the restaurant. So I found that quite interesting because actually that's who you're working for.
Well, they've got their name. They've got their name above the door.
Yes.
And, I've always been proud to say I work for so-and-so. And, you should be selective because at the end of the day, I truly believe you want to be the best. You work for the best in people in the industry. I worked for Sir Paul Gaylor. I never mentioned his name, but he worked. He was executive chef of the Lanesborough. I can't remember his name now, but I worked for a legendary chef. Up at Glen Eagles. He's passed away now, and. But I'm just so grateful. But then I've pushed myself to work for these people. Nobody's handed it to me on the plate. And I've always been so ballsy. So getting the job at Glen Eagles, there wasn't an advertisement. I just sent them an email and said, I see what you do. I like it. Can I come up? I don't see that there is a job interview, but it doesn't matter. I want to come up anyway. So if there is a space, I'll come up. That costs... And I barely had any money left in my account because I was in London at the time. I wanted to go somewhere different. And he said, yeah, yeah, you're right. There isn't a job offer, but we do have somebody in time thinking of going, and maybe you might take that place. But if you like it, let's go on from there. Okay. They invited me up, paid for my accommodation and food and everything. I just had to get my arse up there, and that was it.
Do you think they do that now? This day and age, do you think you can walk into or send an email? I don't know if it's so easy these days.
I don't know, but I've always done it.
But I think that's great. And the experience that you have gained from all these different restaurants, hotels.
Yeah, I don't know. You're better off giving it a go. If your small places. I mean, I'm still ballsy enough now. I think if I wasn't doing this and wanted to go back into a kitchen, I want to see the manager.
Yes.
There's the chef in there right now. I want to have a quick word.
Yes.
I think it would actually be unique. That would actually set you apart.
Yeah.
So from doing that, how did it actually get to now House of Pinoy now?
Well, going from being that ballsy and asking, can I work for you? After all the years, I was just thinking, I'm working really hard for these people. Why don't I just crack on and have something for myself? Because when I was 12, 13, I always wanted to work for myself. So I knew it got to a point where I just thought, I'm a single mother of two beautiful daughters. I need to have something for me this time, it's quite funny really, because it's taken actually 6 months to truly figure out what I want to do. Yeah. I was saying to Celine, let's do Filipino petit fours and name each selection box after a woman that has influenced me, in my life. And she said, that sounds really beautiful. And I was crying whilst I was talking to Celine, because I really thought, this is something different. And then eventually I just thought, well, actually, no, let's do patisserie. I've worked. Let's work with French patisserie. I'm more comfortable, and I think more people are more familiar with
these as well.
With these types of pastries. But it just so happens that I've decided, I'm going to mess about with the flavouring and bring my heritage into it.
Well, the flavouring's great.
It's really delicious.
Really good.
Thank you.
I had one. I didn't have one to show because I ate mine in record time because it was really, really nice. And so what are your plans? So I know you were at the market. Are you planning on doing markets, or are you going to be selling them outside of the markets? What are your plans? What are you looking to do? Because you're local to us, so we want everybody to know about what you're going to be doing and where they can potentially order some of these amazing bakes so they can try for themselves.
Yeah, so I plan to stick to the markets at the meantime, and eventually, because I need to work on the website. So I would like to outsource, but what you see on my market stall, the idea is to sell on these pastries, but in a bigger form. Okay, but I have no interest in doing any piping.
Yeah.
I am not doing that. That is not me. I'm not that young little chef that was working with all these bloody nozzles. I don't do nozzles. I can't stand it. And eventually have probably my own just a little place where I could rent and then work away, because I don't like the distraction. Hate distraction. I keep banging on about it, and I want full focus on being creative on my pastries. So the idea, eventually, is to start outsourcing the small pastries that you see in front of you into bigger ones. For parties. I'd love to get crack on doing catering for afternoon teas. But working on my menu. I'm going to be really strict on that. This is what I offer every month, and I'm just doing that. Because at the moment I'm working from home, and you have to be sensible. You have to be realistic on what can be kept in your home.
That's true.
I've only, the size of the home, that's working against me. So I have to be very clever on what I stock.
And also it's time consuming what you're making as well. Very time consuming, isn't it? How long are they?
It is. Yeah, you can take up to 8 hours plus, because You know,
Absolutely.
it's and that's including all the cooling down and then the portioning.
Exactly.
You know, there's a lot that goes on. You know, it looks probably simple enough, but there is a lot of work gone into it.
Oh, you can tell.
You can tell. And also when
absolutely.
you try it as well, you can just tell that a lot of love has gone into it.
Thank you.
And just having those different flavours, number one, will set you apart. And number two, it's just bringing something different to our town. Would you be... So, because one of the things that we do is like a lot of collaboration and working with other people, other businesses and things like that. Would that be something that you would do? Or would you just want to stick to just doing it all on your own?
Absolutely. I'd love to have a collaboration. And I was thinking about this a few days ago, that it would be nice to have, you know, because there's a lot of young ladies that got local businesses, and why not have a huge function together and showcase all what we do, even down to the bloom woman, even down to the macaroon lady, even down to the woman that's setting up the table with the pottery. Absolutely. I would love to do that. I would love to be part of that. And I love talking to local businesses and what they're, you know, what other aspirations they have. All right, they've got their business, but, you know, business has to change. It has to go with the times. It needs to evolve all the time.
Yeah. As you said, like, even for you, like, what you thought you wanted to do is changing. Based on when you start doing something, either your clients or the feedback or how you're feeling will change how you're doing. Because I started with making... French macarons. That's how I started my business. And then I started making cakes. And now I don't remember the last time I made macarons. Because all I'm doing now, I'm making food. I just done some food for business lunches now. So it constantly evolves. And I think that's the beauty about working for yourself, where you can change it based on whatever circumstances that you currently have.
I agree.
You can do it. And I like that idea you've come up with of doing something. I'm not too sure if both of you are aware, there's a Facebook group that was set up. It's called Women in Newbury. Yeah, and I think that would be quite a good platform to be able to say, we want to do this, what other women are in business, so we can get together and do something. So yeah, just an idea. Check it out on there.
Absolutely.
And see what other women are doing things. So at the moment, where can people find you to get information of when your markets are and everything? Are you on social media? If you can let us know where you are so people can find you.
Yes, so I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram. I love Instagram. Love it. I'm addicted to Instagram. I need to have a bit of a break from it though this week. And I'm also on Facebook as well.
Okay. What's the name?
So if you type in House of Pinoy, you'll find me on those two. But yeah, you know, I want anybody that is interested. Yeah, absolutely. Don't be shy. Yeah. You know, DM me, just contact me and say, hey, Chris, I really enjoyed that pastry. Can I have that in bigger form? I've got this party at the weekend. No piping. No. So steering away from that. Not doing that. I'm not a kid anymore. Doing all that. No, don't want to do that.
I like that. Well, congratulations for starting, because that's always the hardest thing when you're starting your business.
Thank you.
Just getting started and being brave and getting onto the markets and all that is just absolutely fantastic. And I'm sure would inspire other people that are listening. Yeah.
Thank you.
Before we finish our podcast, we always ask each other what we're having for dinner. So what are you having for dinner today?
What am I having for dinner? Well, because it's with the kids, I'm just going to have a pizza, to be honest with you. Like so, that. I mean, you're probably thinking, oh, she's going to make lumpia, or lumpia Shanghai, or pancit Canton, which is very, very Filipino. No. I'm going to have a pizza. We discussed that this morning in the car on the way here.
Yeah,
and I think it keeps the kids happy.
Yeah.
And they've already told me that it's got to be pepperoni.
Yep.
And then we're going to have. And then for dessert, we will have, the offcuts of the ube.
Oh, I like that.
Blondie. Yes. And then I've still got some of the cremeux.
Yeah.
Which is a custard base, by the way, with ube flavouring. And we're going to have that for dessert. And I might even throw in a little bit, maybe a bit of vanilla ice cream to go with it.
Yeah, lovely.
That sounds delicious.
Great.
What are you having?
we're having chicken pasta bake tonight.
Nice.
Pasta bake, very easy, all in one. Mushrooms, chicken, pasta, cream. So it's not really healthy, but the kids love it.
Something similar, actually.
Yeah, so we're doing that all in one. So I made it this morning.
Oh, I like that.
Going in tonight.
Yeah, I'm having pretty much similar
Are
to
you?
what you're having. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you're having
I think somebody coined it. It's called like Marry Me chicken. Yeah, so Marry Me chicken.
Never had Marry Me chicken.
So it's pretty much similar to what you're saying.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I think the Marry Me part of it, you add a bit of paprika and stuff like that. It's meant to be like a dish where it's like, if you give it to somebody, your suitor,
Yeah.
I'm going to get married to you because you're a great chef.
So Colleen, can I ask you a question then?
Of course,
Would
you
you
can.
marry it? Is it that good that you would marry that?
No. It's all right. It's all right.
What's the base
It's all
then?
right. The base is cream and paprika and some vegetables. I mean, you can make it your own.
Okay.
So pretty much like your pasta
Right, I need
bake.
to
You
try
just
it.
don't bake it. You just make it on. So you can make Marry Me prawns. You can make Marry Me
Oh, I love
anything.
that.
Yeah, I
So if
know.
you Google, so one of my favorite places to look for recipes, I actually look for my recipes on Pinterest. I found Pinterest is the best
I never
because it
worked on
shows you
Pinterest.
all the blogs, it shows
Yeah.
you Instagram, it shows you websites. So if you just type in whatever you want, so I get a lot of ideas. I just type in chicken dish, and then whatever chicken dishes, different types of chicken dish come up. If you say Marry Me, you see all the different recipes.
Okay.
So American recipes,
Yeah.
UK recipes, and a lot of conversions. So that's my little secret, guys. If you want to find some good recipes, Pinterest is the place to go. Yeah. But thank you so much for joining us.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Chrissy. So nice to talk to
And
you.
we can't wait to see your journey and be following it and eat some delicious pastries. I will
touched.
definitely be ordering a bigger size of that. I'm already thinking that's my birthday cake.
Love
So I'll
it.
be in
Love it.
contact.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
for having us.
Thank you, everyone. So you can find us on kitchen.tales.podcast, and you can find us on all your podcast channels, Spotify, YouTube, Apple. Thank you.